Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Sorry my voice doesn't match what it's going on the screen, but I had problems with the voice recording before I had a chance to check the video. So what we're going to do today is look at this black pine. It's late autumn at the moment, early winter, and I haven't had a chance to do my bud selection of my black pines. So in late autumn you should be doing your bud selection of black pines. This is when in December we cut off all the candles, and then we've gone now in autumn. They've budded up and they've lots of buds to choose from that cut point. Unfortunately, in Melbourne this year we've had a really poor summer. Hasn't been very hot, hasn't been very warm, hasn't been much sun. So I found that a lot of my black pines haven't really exploded in terms of the number of buds that have grown. Sometimes it's a good thing and sometimes it's a bad thing, but at the moment this tree represents pretty good growth. It has small buds. It has majority of the areas are 1 or 2 buds only, and towards the top of the tree there's 3 buds. But that's pretty much it. 3 to 4 buds pretty much at the top. Lower down it's only two buds maximum. So we'll see how we go looking through this tree. Now I got to remember what I talked about, but I'm pretty sure it's just letting you guys know that the process is, come autumn, after you've done your summer decandling where you cut all the candles off, now it's autumn, or late autumn at the moment, we go and do bud selection. So you only want 2 buds at the one cut site. Any more than 2 buds is waste of energy, and will create a wall, what's called a wall, WHORL, a wall of shoots, which makes it poor, which gives you poor taper eventually and gets you swelling at that point. But today I'm gonna have a look through this tree. Let's see if I can find some buds to take off. But pretty much I'm going to try, if there's more than 2 buds on there, the 3rd bud or the 4th bud, I will remove either the top or the bottom. So if you wire up the tree and you lay out the branch, you got 2 lateral buds, which means side by side on the horizontal. You leave those. If you get something that's growing down or up, you take those off. Pretty easy process. Also, if you've got another tree, this tree is pretty. All the buds are pretty much the same size on this tree, so you're not going to have too much difference. But if you have multiple buds, let's have 5 or 6 in the one spot, look for the 2 lateral ones that are about the same size. So don't look for one that's really strong and one that's really weak. You look for ones that are both mediums kind of thing. And then you can always wire the branch accordingly, bend it around, twist it around, and so on. At the moment, I'm just trying to find any buds that I can see, multiple buds in the one spot. I'll also do some needle plucking, but not much. This doesn't need too much needle plucking. I'm pretty much just removing all the dead needles, I think, and we're going to get through this. The second half of this video, you won't hear me voiceover, you'll see the live voice because it's worked, but that's where we are at. So here I'm finding there are a couple of spots that I found, and I'm going to bring the camera in closer, I believe, to show you that. So we'll see what happens. Again, this tree was treated like normal black pines. It's just that we're expecting a nice hot summer and we didn't really get it, and the buds didn't really develop. So in this spot here, you'll be able to see you barely just see how small the buds are. They're actually pretty good, but you'll see there's 3 buds, 2 on the side and 1 going up. So it's pretty easy when you get three buds there in one spot. It's pretty easy. You just take the middle one out, pretty much, or the top one growing upwards. Because when you wire it up, the side branches will just be your ramification and will continue to grow out. So that's the process of it. So pretty easy. I just go in and cut it off, and that's it. Do a bit of plucking around the area. Just keep it clean, and off we go. I should actually spend some time and wire this tree up a bit more. Now that it's grown out, it needs to be refocused. Some of those branches need to be tweaked, especially that big one that's cutting across the trunk. I'd like to move that a little bit to the left, away from the trunk, so you can actually see the old trunk and the nice bark. Here again, there's a 3rd one. Took it out, Pretty small buds though, pretty good. It's getting nice and small, which is really, really good. So that's what I mean. Sometimes it's good and sometimes it's bad if you don't have a really hot summer. In this case, we got nice, lots of buds. I mean, didn't get many buds, but they were nice and small, which is really good, which is really what you want. This black pine, I can tell you, had really long needles when I first got it. Now, look how small the needles are getting. So the more ramification, the more buds, just means the better tree, the smaller buds, smaller needles. So it just takes time, guys, to be patient. Follow the process of cutting all the candles in December, and then coming in now in autumn and doing some bud selection. So that's pretty much it on this section of the video. Now I'm just going to go and do a little what's called speed up video. Oh man, I'm struggling. Just a little time lapse video of me cutting through all the candles. I mean all the buds, and coming up and talking about the final tree in a few minutes. All right, so it wasn't a huge amount of work that I needed to do on this tree. It would just be a matter of refining this tree over time now. But I did do, you might have seen me clip away, chop away, looking carefully for all those little buds. Again, there wasn't much. Towards the top, there was actually sometimes 4 in one area, and I'd have 2 there and two there and 2 there. So I would cut off the top one and the bottom one and leave those 2. Anyway, you know what I mean. So leave the 2 side ones. Really, that's it. But I hope you hope you had better luck with than me this summer if you're in Melbourne or you're in Australia, that with your black pines in terms of buds. But you know what? This next season another year, or next season another season, and hopefully we'll get some good, stronger growth that time, and we'll be okay. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed that quick video. I might show you some more black pine videos on some other black pines and see how they've gone, but this is the first one I'm looking at. Alright guys, thanks for watching. See ya.